Good afternoon. Today is Monday, April the 3rd, in the first trading day of a new month. And this morning we have a bit of a market volatility because of of a piece of news that came in on Sunday regarding OPEC and their production cut. So later on, when I touch on crude oil, I will cover that. But basically, what we want to do is to recap last Friday's activity on Wall Street. We can see that Wall Street continued to charge higher, and momentum suggests that we probably will see higher prices going forward in the maybe the first 1-2 day of this week. So we want to see how the market reacts. In the meantime, what we want to see is that the market has basically done a three-wave rebound from the low of 31,429 in the Dow Jones, and this has already hit my target, which is originally estimated to be around 33,137 to 33,451. So the price that we saw that we closes to on Friday was 33,291. So we can say that it is very, very close. It is already within my bracket of an area which I believe selling interest may actually re-emerge. But we have to see, because the momentum now suggests that there is a lot of buying pressure to the upside, and we want to see how far this market will go. I am not willing to buy U.S. equity at this moment, considering the banking crisis, in my opinion, has not been resolved, and I think it may come back to bite us again. So this basically, the market has been going up on the whole idea that the Federal Reserve would have to pivot sooner than they expected, because the market participant is reasoning is very simple. We have a banking crisis and we have a debt ceiling that has not been resolved, and any further hike in interest rate is going to complicate matters, and they may actually cause the economy to slip into a recession. So because of the real risk involved as rates gets higher and higher, so market participants believe that the Federal Reserve hands are now tight. We could possibly see either the last rate hike or maybe one more rate hike, and that's it. The market now is more interested in what after the next rate hike, which will not be due until May, which is next month. Okay, so we will have to see how far the market participant is willing to push prices higher. Okay, I for one is not buying this story that the Federal Reserve is forced to is going to stop hiking. Okay, I think at some point we will have to see what happens, because if the market decided that it wants to go up based on such poor fundamentals, I think it is a disaster waiting to happen. So I'm not willing to partake in this rally here. Okay, so be very careful if you want to chase this market ever higher. However, you cannot sell yet, because I don't think based on the momentum that we see so far last week, momentum is still favoring the upside. So let the momentum wane down a little bit, let it take it off some steam before we see if there's going to be any selling signal that comes along, possibly next week, early next week. Okay. And in the S&P 500, we also saw something very similar. We have a three-wave rebound from the low of 3,808. The high traded on Friday was 4,101, and we can see that it's getting very close to my target range of 4,140 to 4,195. So again, this is a three-wave rebound. I am not buying this rally. I'm just not going to sell it yet. I'm just going to watch and see how eventually how it all pans out. Now, the one with the strongest rally is of course centered on the tech stocks, which means that Nasdaq 100 has been very, very powerful over the last few months. We can see that the market now is at the year's high at 13,188.8. This is Friday's high. Would that be able to charge even higher? Based on the momentum, there is everything going for it to take the Nasdaq even higher. Again, I'm not buying this rally because if there's going to be any cut in interest rate, is going to be very favorable to the tech company. So obviously the tech stocks has been going up. Remember last year tech stocks was sold off. Nobody wants to do anything with tech stock, but this year we have witnessed a total change in attitude towards tech stocks here. Okay, but I'm not buying. Okay, over in the Asia itself, we can see the Nikkei continuing to charge higher. This morning we have a high currently trading above 28,000. 28,240 258 was the high this morning, and it looks like it may also continue to charge higher to challenge 28,735. But again, I am not buying. Okay, over in the Hang Seng market is very, very close to my target range. Last Friday we have a high of 20,722, and the market my target range is at 20,800 to 21,100 levels. So we are getting very, very close. So there's no incentive to buy, and there's definitely no incentive to sell at this moment in time. So it's basically watch and see. Okay, over in the CSI 300, which is the Chinese equity index, prices has getting very, very close into the bracket of prices, which I think will entice sellers to re-emerge. That bracket is 4,001 to 4,113. So between this 13-point range, I think something may actually happen. The seller may actually emerge. So again, we have to see. So far it's a three-wave rebound from 3,935. We will have to watch. Okay, and over in crude oil, I mentioned earlier on Sunday, OPEC plus, that means OPEC plus Russia, actually has a virtual meeting in which they are discussing about the latest situation in crude oil prices. Crude oil prices as late as 2 weeks ago was trading as low as $64.33. So I think they are talking about how to shore up the price of crude oil, and out of the blue, and they make a decision to further cut production, and this is totally unexpected. They cut production by another 116 million barrels a day, and this is on top of what they have previously cut in November last year, taking the whole production cut to a total of 3.66 million barrel a day. Now that is in totality a lot of production cut. So that means the market is going to be short in supply, and this production cut is going to be good until year end. So the market reaction this morning, when the market opens, of course the first market to open in the CFD counter is of course the WTI, because WTI has a electronic session in out of NYMEX, which is the New York Mercantile Exchange. So the market reacted by jumping higher, and this morning we can see there's a massive gap here. In the CFD contract, it went up to $81.51, and of course now the market is coming back down, waiting for London to open. London is going to open in about another 17 minutes time. So we will have to see how London reacts, because London opens, we will also see the Brent crude oil, which is the other benchmark for crude oil. We want to see how they react, and I think the structure itself is telling us this market wants to go up. There's a very high possibility $64.33 is going to be the absolute bottom for this round. We may not see this price anytime soon. Prices are going to go even higher, and I am very, very bullish right now. Originally going into this week, I was actually short crude oil, thinking the market is going to have one more leg down. But apparently, this morning, price action has changed everything. I have actually taken a loss this morning because I was short going into the weekend, and market opened at 81.50. I took my losses here. I have to grit my teeth and take it in the chin. And now I'm waiting for the price to come back down to somewhere between $75 to $77.50. Ideally, price come to this bracket of prices, I'm going to load out on here, because I think market is going to go up and it's going to take out $81.50 at least, and possibility there's a real possibility it will go up to $85. From here, I think I will take some profit, wait for the market to pull back into this bracket of prices again before the next leg. The next leg is going to be very explosive. So whatever the case, if I do not buy the next round and the price come back here, I have to really load up, because the next move is going to spectacularly explosive. So do watch out for this potential move here. Okay, over in natural gas, I have a really long natural gas. Apparently this morning market gap down, and maybe there's going to be another one more leg marginally below $1.99. Basically, I've already gone long, and I hope that this is going to be a long-term play. I am thinking over the medium to long term, this market will come back to $3. Okay, at least take out $3. So there's going to be a lot of upside potential here. Prices are very, very low now, so I think there is a very good chance, because this market has been falling, has fallen 80%. So the downside is actually quite limited now. Okay, so this is a real commodity. It is not a speculative. I think there is real demand for it. So let's see what happens. Okay, over in the gold market, now the triangle pattern that I mentioned last week is now panning out very nicely. What we can see here is a very clear A, B, C, D, E move. This morning prices came down into the bracket to test the support line here. So unless the market take out 1,934, then this pattern will be invalid. Okay, until that happens, I'm just going to maintain my idea that this is likely to be a triangle pattern. And if it is, the next confirmation I want to see is a break of this resistance here to take out the D and take out the B. Once the market take out B and take out the beginning of this triangle pattern at $2,009.84, this market is going to explode to the upside. Initial target, depending on where the market breaks out occurs, I think there is potential for the market to go up to at least $2,060. So this is going to be very fast market. So what will happen if this actually pans out? Be very careful chasing the market beyond 2010, 2020, because the reversal will be equally fast. Okay, so make sure that if you are long, make sure you put your profit taking in. You don't have to be so aggressive to wait for $2,060. $2,040 is good enough. You can consider taking profit from that price onwards. Okay, of course you can eyeball this as it happens, and so that you won't be shortchanged, because this kind of move do not happen every day. Okay, so over in silver, we see that silver prices, after hitting a high last Friday at $24.16, now is pulling back a little. I do not expect it to pull back a lot. In fact, there may be a chance that it may not even be able to pull back to $22.83. So let's see how the market unfolds. If it unfolds in a simple three wave, then I will take the measurement for equality and decides if it is worth my while to go long silver after the three wave pattern become apparent. Okay, in the meantime, I will just watch. Dollar index is going up right now. There is this possibility dollar index is doing a three wave rebound. Target is 103.20. I have already gone long dollar index, so I'm going to play safe here. I think just to be a little bit conservative, at 103.20 I will take profit. Actually, my outlook is for the market to challenge 105.87, but in the meantime, that's I'm just going to take whatever the market can give me first, and then if there's going to be any pullback, I will have to see the pattern. Okay, and it's all based on what the market is going to tell us. In the currency itself, if the dollar wants to go up, obviously all the other major currency will have to come back down. In sterling, we can see the market went into the bracket of 124. So the high traded last Friday was 124.23. Prices is pulling back now. I think the market may continue to edge lower all the way to 121. So this is my target. I've already gone short sterling. So let's see whether this pans out. Euro dollar is working out also very nicely. It did not have a new high. Last Thursday, we can see the euro dollar managed 109.26, just below the 109.30 levels. Couldn't take it out. The market started to retrace. So for the time being, I'm just going to be very conservative, hoping that this is just a three-way pullback. So I'm going to buy back at 107. 107 is going to be around where I think I will take profit. So I will just switch. Actually, my target is at 105. Okay, so I have a couple of positions that are open. One of which is not very ideal price. So maybe the one that at the lower entry, I will probably get out at 107. Maybe I'll leave the one at a higher price to see if I can take the market to all the way to 105. Okay, and in Aussie market basically is doing nothing. There is a possibility it will unfold in a three-wave decline to challenge the low here at 0.6564. Okay, this target here, there is no much meat here, so there is no incentive to either go long or go short. So we have to see what happens. In the meantime, I have no position in Aussie, but the one that I'm really interested in is the dollar versus the yen. Okay, dollar yen appears to be bouncing up, and this is my ideal price to sell 134.10 to 135. Prices went up to just this hour to test the 133.75. It's not quite into this bracket of prices, so I want to see if market can go into this bracket of prices for me to look for sell signal. I'm very keen to sell because I think the market at the bare minimum will test 129.65. Okay, maybe there's a potential once the market break 129.65, they can go out all the way to test the 126. So I have a lot I'm actually quite pessimistic about dollar versus the yen. Okay, dollar versus the Canadian, the market actually overshot my ideal price to buy. However, I did not place any order here because I have already committed to sterling and euro, and I do not want to open too many positions of the same nature. My original buy zone is 135 to 135.66. Prices went below marginally to 134.88 before we see a bit of a rebound, but so far we don't see very strong confirmation of a buy signal. So I'm just going to watch this. I have no position and don't intend to get into this dollar Canadian for the time being. Okay, and for Bitcoin, I think the market is after running up from 570 to 29,380. The market right now is doing a pause. There is this very clear pattern that we are seeing is doing consolidation. Let's see whether the market can hold at 26,700. If this market cannot hold at 26,700, it may actually target 24,000. This will be a much better area to actually position long. In the meantime, I'm just going to watch this and not going to do anything. Okay, so in the meantime, this is all I have for you. I will update you tomorrow, and that's it. Take care. Bye bye.